Switching Channels, a 1988 film directed by Ted Kotcheff, is a somewhat entertaining but ultimately forgettable comedy that boasts a talented cast, but doesn't quite live up to its potential. The film, which is a modern adaptation of the classic play The Front Page and its 1940 film adaptation, His Girl Friday, stars Burt Reynolds, Kathleen Turner, and Christopher Reeve. The story revolves around the fast-paced world of television news, where John L. Sullivan IV, Burt Reynolds, is a successful news producer trying to prevent his star reporter and ex-wife, Christy Colleran, Kathleen Turner, from quitting her job to marry a wealthy businessman, Blaine Bingham, Christopher Reeve. The plot thickens when an important breaking news story emerges, and Sullivan seizes the opportunity to get Colleran back on the air and, possibly, back into his life. The film has its moments, and the chemistry between Reynolds and Turner is undeniable. They manage to keep the audience engaged with their witty banter and on-screen charisma. Christopher Reeve, too, delivers a solid performance as the naive and slightly bumbling Blaine Bingham. However, the film suffers from a weak script and a lack of originality, as it relies heavily on the framework of its predecessors. The humor feels dated, and the pacing is uneven, leaving the viewer with a sense of unfulfillment. Some of the jokes land, but many fall flat, making the film feel like a missed opportunity to breathe new life into a classic story. The film's direction and cinematography are adequate, but they don't stand out as particularly remarkable. The movie is set primarily in the newsroom, and while the set design is well done, it doesn't offer much in the way of visual excitement. The soundtrack, too, is somewhat forgettable and doesn't add much to the overall experience. In conclusion, Switching Channels is a film that has its moments of charm and humor, but ultimately fails to rise above mediocrity. With a stronger script and a more innovative approach, the film could have been a standout comedy of its time. However, as it stands, it earns a solid 5 out of 10. It might be worth a watch for fans of the cast or the original play, but it's not a must-see by any means.